police are not allowing us. Hold on, we'll wait for this car. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy. All right, so 10 minutes without audio connected. Chat, let me know how the audio sounds now. Should be good now. Should be good. So we are here at a protest with Billboard Chris in Ottawa, Canada. We'll get some interviews. You want to weigh in? What brings you out here today? You have a Leave Our Kids Alone. What brings you out here today?
So I'm Haley Simpson. I'm the president of New Generation PPC. We're the youth wing of the People's Party of Canada. As well, I'm a candidate for Leeds, Granville, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes. We're here to tell the alphabet mafia to leave our kids alone. Kids cannot consent to puberty blockers in life-altering decisions that, kids can't vote, they can't smoke, they can't drink. What makes you think that they can change their sex? We're confusing kids and it's not fair. There's two sexes, male or female. It's not interchangeable. And as adults, we need to send the positive messaging, right? That kids are born perfectly just the way they are. And let's help them. Let's not lead them to scalpels and puberty blockers that sterilize them with cross-sex hormones and whatnot. It's just, this is ridiculous.
I'm curious, this, for a lot of people, this debate seems very common sense when it comes to, okay, hey, sex changes for children, I don't know what you're saying to me, that doesn't, no, why are you pushing this? If I were to talk to people over here, they would say that rejecting that, you saying no, rejecting that is the radical position. You guys hold the radical position. That's what they would say to me.
Right.
What would you say to them if you were talking to them right now and they were saying that, you're being, let's say, hateful, or maybe it's a far-right position to be holding the views that you do?
I'd say that I believe in truth, and I believe that the least hateful thing that you can do is tell the truth to people. I think that's how we love people, is we tell them the truth and we don't let them go down paths, especially little kids, when we're supposed to be the adults in the room here, leading them on the right path to their future, and we're not doing that. And it's not hateful to tell people the truth, that there's only two sexes, and reassure that they're born perfectly just the way they are.
Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. She's good. She's good. You mind if I check your phone to check audio? I feel like every single time we do this, I have an audio issue.
She's attractive. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's loud.
Beautiful.
Alrighty. James Klug on YouTube. Klug. Yeah. Yeah, mic's not working. Good.
Did you get to interview the lady with the horns? Or the dude with the horns? I can't tell.
Which one? No. You think they would do it?
I think I want to see you try.
I tried to walk over there, and
The cop stopped you.
officers, 5 of them swarmed me, and it didn't work out very well. They started blocking me, and then, I guess, look at me, right? I'm over here with you guys, so obviously they see me walk across the street, it's not going to work out. I don't know how to do that.
I wish I had an answer for you. Right?
In Canada, would I get arrested if I tried a creative way to get over there, or no? We're live, by the way.
Do I think you would get arrested? No, I think they'd probably get you to leave as quickly as possible.
I want to school her in
I'm not.
college.
We're not here to create issues.
No,
so that's
I know,
where
of course. I know that.
I
think
do want to get some good conversations. I'm not here to create issues for the whole demonstration.
I think they'll try and gatekeep you. I think that's most of what you need to know.
Well, I'll see if I can get creative. We'll see. Are there any opposition over here that we can talk to then? Huh?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we're gonna cruise around. Hey, Chris.
With my awesome friend James Klug. I had a little protest here in Ottawa today.
Pretty good turnout. Let's go walk around. How you doing?
No one's going to have their mind changed by being called an idiot.
All right. Excuse me. Squeezing through. You want to hop in? Excellent. We were trying to go across the street. It didn't quite work out.
Right.
Law enforcement, as well as the protesters, did not allow it to happen. I think, I stick out like a sore thumb if I'm over here and I walk over, but I don't know if we'll be able to get those.
It's kind of annoying that the police won't let you. I can see
Yeah.
the protesters.
I mean, they didn't want me to escalate the situation. I understand that, but hey, that's not, we want to try and figure out what's going on, where they disagree, have some conversations, of course,
Just remember, our freedom of speech isn't quite the same as yours here, right?
Right, you guys have slightly different freedom of speech over here, huh? Okay.
That crux of using that in the States isn't going to fly.
Well, I'm not coming over. Yeah. Oh, I got rights in the U.S. Why not here? What's going on?
I have to say, though, I live here and I proceed as if we have something like the First Amendment. I proceed as if we have free speech because I don't technically know that we don't. I think everybody thinks there are things you can't say.
Defend Canada in the stream right now. I mean, so what is the difference? Is there a major difference? I mean, in the United States, we do have corporations censoring Americans. We have government agencies, colluding with those corporations as well. It seems like you guys have some of the same problems here, for sure.
We do. So we don't. We technically we do have free speech, but we do have hate speech legislation as well. And it's all very murky about what meets the definition of actual hate and what is just political speech. So I proceed with the fact that nothing I say is hateful. It might offend people, but causing offense is not hate. So I say whatever I've got to say, and I don't care.
Right. I'm curious. Let's shift gears here. You have the Billboard Chris sign. Children are never born in the wrong body. Did you pick this one for a specific reason? Do you want to tell me about it?
Well, I was with Chris the other day and I had the mum sign, adult human who protects children from gender ideology. So I flipped it up because I find this one, it's just so hilarious to me that anyone could take offense to it. That anyone could think this is hateful or transphobic.
Is this the radical position?
This is children. What does it say?
Is this
Children
the radical
are
right-wing
never
position?
born in the wrong body. This will make you a transphobic bigot. I was once holding this at a protest, and our Prime Minister at the time, Justin Trudeau, called it a transphobic sign. So the general consensus is that this completely sane, rational, factual comment is hateful, and it's just. It demonstrates the absurdity of the time we're living in.
Well, to piggyback on that, right? Because if I were to go over there and I just asked somebody this, they would look at you guys, hey, this is radical right wing, this is hateful, you guys have radicalized, and that's why you disagree with them. That would be the position. I'm sure you've talked to a lot of trans activists. That's the position, essentially. It's our position is the reasonable one, it's moderate, and your position is extreme. I'm just so curious what your response to them would be for that.
Well, to be clear, I've spoken to almost no trans activists because they won't talk to me. I've tried to talk to them many times. Okay. Nobody will talk to me. But I mean, it's what would be my response? I mean, it's very clear that the side who is advocating for children to undergo an extreme medical intervention that has no science backing it up is the side that has been radicalized. I understand that there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of passionate feelings over there, and they do believe that being trans is the trans rights movement. They pushed the idea, the born this way idea, because they were piggybacking off gay rights. And gay rights was really successful because they went with born this way. So trans rights went with born this way as well.
I would imagine, this is just kind of a guess, I think I've heard Chris talk a little bit about this too, a lot of the NGOs that were doing the gay rights battle for gay marriage and all of that, as soon as that battle was won, they shifted gears. They shifted to another movement. Obviously, it ended up being the trans ideology. That's why there's similar strategies there.
Very, very much so, and they did that because they needed a new funding source. They won, and so what they should have done is close up shop. job well done and move on to something else, but instead they adopted the T. And I think they modeled it on gay rights, simply because gay rights was so successful. The trouble is, of course, gay rights didn't come with an extreme medical pathway. Gay rights didn't come with telling children that they're born in the wrong body. It didn't come with medical intervention for adolescents. It didn't come with body part amputation. So only on the surface, very superficially, do they look somewhat similar. But if you even scrutinize it for a moment, you realize that they're two very different movements. And in fact, of course, trans rights is extremely homophobic, or it's an attack on the actual gay community for a number of reasons. First of all, you've got men who think they're women and therefore think they're lesbians, and so it gives you the concept of the male lesbian, and lesbians are then called bigots for refusing these men into their dating pool, which is completely ridiculous, of course. But then at the same time,
it keeps going. It keeps going.
It's honestly, I'll never get over the concept of the male lesbian. As long as I live, I'll never get over the concept, the idea that people once believed men could be lesbians. It's like a 1970s homophobic joke, right? The man trapped in the lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Yeah, I think the guys, Monty Python guys, were even cracking jokes about some of that stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But the other reason why it's so homophobic is my sign. This is the kids who are being told that they're born in the wrong body. They're typically just gender non-conforming kids, and extreme gender non-conformity in childhood is a strong indicator of homosexuality in adulthood. So all the kids who are being told that they're born in the wrong body are likely just future homosexuals. And if they could be allowed to grow and mature without having this poisonous idea planted in their minds, then they wouldn't need puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and all of the surgeries that come with it.
Yeah.
So it is an attack. It is an attack on the gay community.
Well, we're going to keep going on. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and you were wonderful. And oh, hey, we got somebody. Hey, excuse me. We're doing interviews. Can we talk to you?
You see,
One activist walking by. I'm not allowed to go follow him, though.
I was here last time, wasn't last year, it was the year before, and they blocked off the street last time, and I came in the wrong way, and I had to fight my way through the whole crowd, the entire crowd of activists, and on my way through I tried to talk to a whole bunch of them. Not one of them would talk to me. Not a single one.
Yeah, we didn't have any luck today. I'll keep trying. We're going to keep trying.
Good luck.
You know, they usually have to volunteer it, right? They have to jump in there. They have to jump in front of the camera, the mic, and say what they want. Usually, I mean, oftentimes it's going to be some profanities, and they're just going to be mad at you. Very rarely is it, hey, let's talk, hey, let's do an interview. Usually it's block them out, do not allow them to speak, or don't speak to them, just in general. So hopefully we'll see if we can change that today. We'll see if we get a couple conversations, but thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you. All right, guys, let's keep going. How you doing?
Hey, not bad.
All righty. I'm going to check. Do you mind if I check your phone really quick? Just doing a monitor of the audio. Let's see how it is, you guys. We good to go?
That's right. We still love them.
All good. Okay, great. Excellent. All right, you guys. You know what? Let's go over there. Pretty good turnout. Pretty solid turnout. All right. This flag is inclusive enough. My man, you mind telling me about your sign? You mind telling me about the sign?
Yeah, well, that was my good friend Howard, right? But one flag, one nation.
One flag, one nation.
Yeah.
Right on. I enjoy it. What other flags are people trying to use, if you don't mind me asking, here in Canada?
Well, I don't see too many Canadian flags over the road, do you? Of course.
No, there's another country. What country is that?
Yeah, that's a rainbow land over there.
So you're...
Oh, you got me recording here. I got to at least edit myself a little bit.
I am recording. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting thing you're pointing out right there. In the United States, we have a similar situation where we go to protests and there's no American flags. There's not a single Canadian flag over there, huh?
No. Nope. And there's not many actually on this side either.
Okay.
One is, I see it, but
Yeah.
and the sign is one, of course.
Yeah, but you guys, this side probably needs a little bit more, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
You're holding down the fort for everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. All right, man. Have a good one.
Hey, have a good day.
All right.
Thank you for being here.
You guys, I like seeing the Canadian paper. Oh, okay. There's a Save Canada hat over there. So there's some Canadian merch over here. Oh, we got to get this interview. How you doing? Good. All right. How you doing, man? Doing very well. There is no such thing as a trans child. Very good sign.
How do you feel about this?
Men are men, even if they wear a dress. This is homemade right here.
You bet.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Right on. What brings you out here?
Well, I work in a mental health institute.
Do you really?
I do, seriously, and I think this is actually a mental health issue.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. Nobody is born transgender. We're all born with genders. And so if I were to say to you, if you say you were transgender, pull down your pants. There's only one way to figure out what gender.
I'm not going to do it on the live stream. I don't even think I'll do it off the live stream.
Good.
But I will say it's interesting that you're identifying it as a kind of more of a mental issue. Of course, with these people, they're selling it as you're born that way. You can change your sex. Is that impossible?
You can't change your sex because once you have ovaries as a woman, I have certain parts that you don't. For specific reasons, we're yin and yang, right? So being yin and yang, even if I take them off as a man, your testicles, you still can't have a baby. Come on.
What are your thoughts about the counter-protesters today? Are you impressed with the turnout? Are you not?
You know
what do you think?
I'm impressed about? I don't mind that you protest, but own it.
Okay.
So if you believe that it's such a big thing and that you are right, that you are transgender, take your masks off, take your costumes off, show us who you are. But every one of them have masks on. Everyone.
Yeah, that is true.
And one even has a clown hat on. So I think that that's really important that we get that because that is a clown world.
Okay, well we'll try to film that for you. Thanks for your time.
If you don't put me on.
Well, we're live right now. I'll start telling people we're live. Alrighty, let's keep going. You did great. You did great. Thank you for your time. How you doing? Okay. Good to see you. Did you hop in the stream yet? Say hi to the stream, you guys. We have another Canadian patriot here. We are here in Ottawa, Canada. Pro. What are we called? I'm getting tired. The truckers.
Oh yeah, pro trucker convoy. I was there for a few days.
The trucker convoy. So we got a patriot over here. Very, very interesting. Can you tell the audience a little bit about why you're here?
So I'm just here documenting a little bit, and also just joining the movement, trying to show some support for our side. And this issue is very deeply rooted in Canada. It's all throughout our institutions. It's in law, Bill C-69, preventing online harms act. So it's something that we need really pushed away.
Yeah. Pretty decent turnout. Yeah. Both sides, a decent counter-protest. I think it's getting smaller, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting a little tired.
I'm going to try to get over there soon and talk to some people. We tried, we failed. Didn't work out, but good seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you. Also, there's a lot of Canadians who complain about the tariffs on Canada. For any Canadians watching, I just want you guys to consider that our own government had a tariff on us called the carbon tax for years. They told us that 8 out of 10 Canadians got more money back than they put into the system, which was a lie because they would have kept that if it was true. Because 8 out of 10 Canadians were better off than they were before.
Right.
So it was obviously a lie, and it's nice to see that it's gone now. It's just crazy to me that the Liberals are like, oh, it's Mark Carney who actually got rid of the carbon tax when Pierre Poilievre and the PPC have been pushing to get rid of that carbon tax.
The Conservatives.
Yeah,
I'm being specific here.
Yeah. They've been pushing to get rid of that tax, and the left has been saying for years, has been using that 8 out of 10 people are better off they've been using that argument, and it's complete bullshit. So.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate
of
it.
course.
I love that the introduction here for like my more American audience is like a bunch of like Canadian patriots here and stuff, so they can, I think a lot of Americans they like Canadians, but they probably think that a lot of them are pretty liberal. So this is a pretty funny kind of first time streaming here.
The thing is, I don't know if you noticed, a lot of these people are like a little bit older, and
isn't the younger population in Canada more conservative or no?
Good question. So it varies depending on where you go. I would say there's a lot of people who, for example, are in college and university. I would say, yeah, they're fairly captured. But that's just because of the Soviet-style propaganda that our country uses on the students.
Many such cases.
A lot of cases, yeah, definitely. I have examples I could use all the time. I have people who work for me who are still in school, young employees who tell me that that the capture is very deep. There was a group of kids here that were telling me that they're not allowed to speak out on it. The administration in the school actively pushes against them speaking out. They told me they're Christians and they're not allowed to speak about their beliefs, but these people are allowed to essentially do whatever they want, and that they're really the people who are here. They recognize a few of them, and they were really, for lack of a better term, like outcasts, I guess is the best term you could use. So they're really people who have a fringe belief, and you can tell they're in front of a school right now protesting to mutilate children in front of a school. Oops, sorry. So that's I don't know how I can.
How do you explain that to somebody that's from the 1990s? Or like if you were to go back in time 20, 30 years, how do you tell them that?
So you know Tim Pool, right? Tim Cast, and he says there's the time travel test is something he says, and I think it's a great argument. If you go back in the past and tell someone you have crowds of people protesting to mutilate children in front of a school, they would laugh in your face. They would tell you, they would probably put you they would 5150 you probably if you said that.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that this is a reality that we actually live in. Yeah. So.
No, it's wild stuff, man. I totally agree. And that's really interesting, honestly, like looking back in time, right? How would they have responded just 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago? How would they have responded to this? And we're in this unique time right now where we can do that because things were normal 15, 20 years ago. They were normal 10 years ago for many cases, and it's a really unique time because in 20, 30 years from now, that's not going to be the same thing anymore. It's going to be like, 50 years ago. It's like, 50 years ago. Yeah. No, but what's so crazy? I know.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you back to
back in my day
to take a nap, right?
Yeah.
But it is really interesting that we're in this time where it's been so recent and there's been such a shift just in 10 to 15 years. It's crazy to look at it that way.
Yeah, definitely. And the crazy thing is, too, their whole argument doesn't really hold any water. They're like, I think you just heard them say not too long ago that there's kids who kill themselves because they're not accepted in the body that they see or that they believe they're in. And if that's actually the case, they wouldn't have to transition or mutilate their bodies to fit that gender-conforming stereotype that they're the ones who argue is a social construct anyways. It's like, if it's a social construct and you can identify however you want to identify, why do you have to mutilate your body to fit into that? It just doesn't really make any sense.
There's obviously something physical there as well.
There's obviously something physical, yeah. And if this whole assigned female and assigned male at birth thing isn't accurate, then why do you have to cut your genitals off to conform to that assigned gender? It's completely asinine. And then you also heard one of them say, you guys follow a religion and it's you have faith in your religion. And then a counter-protester said, no, you guys are the ones who have faith, I think this is what they were using. And he's right. They're the ones who believe that they can cut something off their body, take some drugs, and then it'll just change reality. Like, that's not real life. Like if I take a cat and I cut off its legs, it's just an amputated cat. It's not something. It's not a different being.
Something interesting about the political spectrum just across the world is when you don't have just a religion like Catholicism, Christianity, whatever it may be, right? When you don't have that religion, something does fill that void. And in many cases, actually, I feel like in almost every single case, if you're political enough, your political ideology is going to fill that religious void that's not there. So you fill that void with an ideology, and that's, it's just as much I mean, that right there is a religion.
Absolutely. It's a religion. It's really one of these like luxury political beliefs that you live in a society where there's so little issues that you have to kind of pick apart and try to find something wrong. And it's just there's so many bigger issues in Canada right now, like there's people who say like women's rights and all this stuff. I mean, crime right now is crazy in Canada. Intimate partner violence is higher than it's pretty much ever been. And it mainly affects women, and then they go and they protest for this stuff. There's better things to be protesting about. Our own country has tariffs on ourselves, has tariffs on another country importing products. It's just, more issues. There's more issues to talk about than this.
Bunch of crazy stuff going on, man. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. See ya. Do you mind doing a quick interview?
Yeah, for sure.
And you'll have to excuse my ignorance because I'm from the U.S. So I just I'll be asking some dumb questions. Canadian audience is going to be laughing at me.
Oh no, please.
I like this is a good one. So this is a great one. I guess we'll start with who are you and what brought you out here?
Yeah, my name is Maxime Bernier. I'm the leader of the People's Party of Canada. That's the populist political party at the national level who is fighting for Canadians. And, you know, we are fighting for ending mass immigration in Canada and also that crazy radical gender ideology. We are the only national political party that is speaking the truth. I was there also during the COVID hysteria here in Canada. I did fight for freedom of choice with informed consent. And because of that, I was arrested, handcuffed, and put in jail. It's a crazy time here in Canada.
Sure.
We have the election that will be this Monday, and we have candidates all across the country. We may make history in having our first candidate elected at this election.
We are doing a live stream right now, and I do want to talk to you about this, but I also want to get your thoughts on some American politics going into your guys' election. But just to clarify for the audience, the People's Party of Canada, is that the most similar party to, let's say, MAGA in the United States, or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Like what Trump did in the U.S. In the beginning of his mandate, ending the DEI ideology. We want to do the same, and all that. There's no transition. A boy is a boy, a girl is a boy, a girl is a girl. Sorry. So
you almost slipped up there.
Yeah, and we want to end that also.
Yeah.
Actually, it must be criminals. It must be in our criminal code to try to transition the kids and giving them hormone blockers. They are doing that here in Canada for kids under 18 years old.
Sure. Same in the United States. I mean, the message right there is, Chris is here, obviously. The message is, hey, you're beautiful just the way you are. No drugs or scalpels needed.
That's it.
Right.
At 18 years old, if you want to mutilate your body, do it if you're crazy enough to do that.
If you can find a doctor
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the position here now. How's that party in Canada? How's the movement with your guys? It's like how's the growth in the movement, and what's the future looking like for the PPC?
Yeah, actually, we are like you said, Trump and the movement over there. And here the Conservative Party of Canada is conservative in name only. They are like the Rhino in the US, Republican in name only. So we are the real free markets, ending mass immigration populist party. And our platform is like, the reform in UK with Nigel Farage or Marine Le Pen in France. So we are part of that movement. We created that party in 2018. We did fight at the last election to end the mandates that we had during COVID-19. And now our position is on the COVID and the mRNA vaccine is to have a moratorium on mRNA vaccine in this country. They are not safe, they're not effective. So we are the only national political party that is speaking about these issues and about our future. I believe at this election it will be the surprise of this election. And anyway, we are there for the long term. We'll be there at the next election in Canada in 2 years or 4 years. And more people, when I started that political party, we did speak against mass immigration. And, that was not popular at that time, but that was the right thing to do. And now you have the majority of Canadians who are saying, yes, enough is enough with that. and we believe that these people will come and support us.
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing that's happening all across the West when it comes to mass migration. Obviously, in the United States, over the last 4 years under Biden, we saw at least 10 million people coming over our southern border illegally into the country. Now, obviously, that Donald Trump's in office, there's mass deportations underway, or at least attempting that, right? Yeah. And so I'm curious for you guys, how big of an issue has immigration been in Canada? And what's been the effect on all the other issues that have been going on in Canada because of that?
Yeah, it's a big issue because just to let you know, actually the growth of our population in Canada last year was 3.2%. And the average growth of the population in Western countries, including the US, was 0.5%. Wow. So the growth of our population was 6 times bigger than the average growth of Western countries. And add to that the growth of our population was coming from immigration. 97% of the growth of our population is because of immigration. So this is mass immigration. We need to stop that. And because of that, yes, our economy is growing, the GDP is growing, but not as fast as the population. So the GDP per capita is going down, and our purchasing power is going down, our standard of living is going down. So with mass immigration, more people are coming, the economic pie is growing, but our piece of the pie is smaller. So people understand that. For the last 10 years, we have a decline in our standard of living in Canada.
Yeah. Last question for you, and I really appreciate your time. I'm so curious your thoughts about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, what he's doing right now, he's doing what he said that he will do during the campaign. He wants to put America first and make America great again. What I don't like is that, imposing tariffs. But I can understand why he's doing that. It's a part of negotiation for him, and he wants to have a new deal with Canada and other countries. And I'm okay with that. But I don't like what my own government and these fake conservative and liberals are doing here. They are imposing counter-tariff. And it's us, Canadian consumers, who are paying for that. It's another tax that they are imposing to us. The best way to have a deal with President Trump, and that's what I want, it's to reopen that free trade agreement right now and to put everything on the table. And President Trump tweeted a couple of times on X that he's upset. He's upset that he cannot sell, and the dairy producers in the U.S. cannot sell their milk here, their poultry and eggs because of the cartel that we have called supply management on milk, dairy, and eggs. And we are imposing 300% on the American producers so they cannot export to Canada. We need to end that for Canadian consumers, but also to be able to have a deal with President Trump. But the liberals and the fake conservative here are not speaking about that. They're protecting a cartel, and we must abolish that. So I like what Trump is doing, and actually we want to do the same here in Canada. We want to make Canada great again.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Merci. Thank
Wonderful.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
There's one thing he said that wasn't quite right. In the free trade, it's okay.
We're live, actually.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so no, I realized you were live. The 250% only kicks in after a certain level.
It's a protection form of protectionism for the industry.
Close shipping as much milk into Canada as what they could be, because it's just very expensive to ship. Okay, and then are you talking the western provinces where it makes sense out there because they are not near a major metropolis like Toronto or Vancouver? So there are other issues involved as to why percentages are there. But they have
the tariff topic is 20 layers deep, It is. Well, thank you for clarifying that with the audience. Really appreciate that. Okay. Hey, we got to go over here, and thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Any surprises that you're picking up so far?
Nothing. I would like to talk to the counter protesters. We'll see if we can get lucky on that. We gotta figure that out. I'm sorry.
The name of your radio station?
It's YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
James Klug. Hold on. What's going on there?
Is there an interview that I missed?
I'm sorry, James Klug. On YouTube. Yes, ma'am. I didn't know what the sign said, so I didn't want. If we're on YouTube.
Let me write that down.
Of course, yeah. You guys, how's everyone doing? YouTube, what's going on? For everyone that wasn't here at the beginning when the mic was all broken, we did try to go over to the counter-protesters. Can you show them the counter-protesters? We can't really go over there. The police officers don't want us to go over there, but maybe we'll be able to catch some protesters once it's wrapping up a little bit. We'll see. Yes, ma'am. James, Klug. And I am Toasty. I'm going to take this off. Of course, thank you. You guys, we are in Ottawa, Canada at a Billboard Chris protest. Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. What a good time. Of course, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, you guys. Putting away this jacket and let's get back to it. Good day, huh?
Yeah, it's good. How long in Ottawa?
Till Sunday. So I'm checking out the town, you know? Let's check, before we go over there, you mind if I check your phone? YouTube, what's going on, everybody? How's the chat? Okay, we're all good. Awesome. Yeah, we had somebody do a super chat. Your handheld mic is not on. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. All right, let's keep going. Let's go find Billboard Chris. Probably, where's he been?
Did Mia leave? Mia use? I was gonna say hi, but she left.
I don't think so.
I can't see her anywhere.
Let's get a shot of the counter-protesters. Hey. All righty. Look at this. What was that?
You're gonna try to go across again?
Maybe. All righty, it's loud. Where is Billboard Chris? There he is. There he is. Excuse me. Okay, cool. So I think Chris actually found maybe somebody that disagrees with him. Chris doing his thing, having some conversations. How you doing? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just guessing. Well, you guys, it's a good day here in Ottawa, Canada. It's a good day. Police presence separating both sides, so there's no issues. Honestly, police is doing a phenomenal job here, for sure. Almost to a fault, to where they don't want us to go over there. But keeping everyone safe, doing a good job for sure. Absolutely. Pretty nice. Good to see you.
Go home, turn.
All right. I don't know. No, and I'm not trying to piss off the police, you know. But we'll see. What are they saying? Go home, turfs.
Go home, turfs. Home, turfs.
We'll go down here, maybe.
Women are
Actually,
women.
we'll catch Chris once he's done.
Women are women. Trans women.
Trans women are women, you guys. That's what she's saying. Are trans women women? The thing about the trans women are women, if that is in fact the case, why are you calling them trans women? Why wouldn't you just call them women? Women are women. I guess so. Mr. Chris. Chris seeing the mini Billboard Chris's over here. That's good stuff. They're saying protect trans kids. The signs over here, the one over there says defending our, what does that say? I don't know. Oh, defending our street. He's flipping us off. Defending our street from fascist bigotry since 20-something. This one's Trans is Beautiful. This one is Parents United Against Fascism. So the I can't talk. The fascist position here is saying, no, you can't sterilize and mutilate children. That's the fascist position, I guess. Should we keep going? Pretty good signs, huh?
Yeah.
They got creative. We're trying to figure out what country that is. The rainbow.
Wokistan.
I keep seeing it all over town.
Wokistan.
Wokistan, okay. Ottawa has... That's all over the place in Ottawa? Is that normal?
Yeah, my son's school has one flying above it half the time. I mean, I think they've been...
Your son's school does?
Yeah, not one of these schools, but my son, I'm going to pick him up in about 10 minutes, actually. And, yeah, I think they've been reprimanded recently, but half the time there's a flag flying higher than the Canadian flag.
What grade is he in?
He's in grade 4.
So your son's grade?
Elementary school.
His elementary school has a Progress Pride flag outside?
Yep. Yes, it does.
We see that sometimes in the United States.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's the indoctrination of the teachers before the indoctrination of the kids, right?
Is that a public school or a private school?
It's a Catholic school. Okay. Most people send their kids to Catholic school because they just have a better budget. I mean, I'm not particularly religious. I appreciate spirituality and, Christian morals and stuff like that. But me personally, it doesn't. Outside is my religion. But yeah, it's the indoctrination, right?
Yeah, pretty wild.
We were contemplating getting a whole bunch of Legionnaire shields, and then we can have people jump onto them and then into the crowd, but maybe next year.
Yeah, we forgot those. Hey, Chris. How's it going? I haven't gotten you in the stream yet. We're live streaming right now.
Are you guys okay? All right.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
That should be your mic. We have the mini billboard Chris's behind you.
We got the mini billboard Chris's.
Do we have 2 audio on that thing right there? Chris is good to go. Chris.
So they go to Nepean High School.
Yeah. I just had a guy behind you saying his son's elementary school, private Catholic school, has a Progress Pride flag out front of it. Sometimes, he was saying. I mean, that exists in the United States as well. But is it more common out here or no? What do you think? Just as rare?
Yeah, it definitely happens. I hear about this being taught in Catholic schools sometimes. They're technically required per provincial curriculums to teach something about gender ideology, gender identity. Now, all teachers aren't teaching this, for sure.
Here, let's stand right here so we can get the background over here.
For sure, all teachers aren't teaching this. No one's holding a gun to their head and making them teach it. It depends on the teacher you get. So what I always tell parents is, first week of school, you should be having a meeting with your teacher. You should tell them point blank you're not okay with gender ideology, and you're going to get a feel right away for whether they're going to be a problem or not. But too often in these schools, it's these third-party companies that come in. Like in British Columbia, where I'm from, there's a company called Salima Noon. They come in during Sex Education Week. The teacher doesn't even teach it. Then you have the most radical people pushing the whole comprehensive sex ed agenda. They even bring in trans-identified people. They're having school assemblies for the kids from grade 4 to 7 with trans-identified people talking to them. And we got to put a stop to this whole thing.
Yeah, people showed up to push back on you for that. What are your thoughts about their turnout? Is it weak? Is it good? What do you think?
It's weak. First, I came here on my own in 2021 with no notice, just to talk to some parents, and I didn't stand right in front of the school. I was down the street.
Right. They were more motivated back then?
Yeah, the next day, without any notice, there were 300 of them mobbing me. And all the media came out as well.
I'm curious if it's losing steam or if it's gaining steam when it comes to Canada specifically. What do you think?
Oh, gender ideology is definitely losing steam. There's absolutely no doubt about it. The people on the side of reality are gaining huge momentum all the time. I can see a massive difference from when I started 4.5 years ago to now. Back then, nobody knew what puberty blockers were. Hardly anyone on the street had ever heard of them.
Yeah.
And today, I mean, you've seen it out on the street. I get a lot of support. I get high fives. I get thumbs up. I get people honking their horns in support.
Yeah. Yeah, even yesterday when we were out,
Even in the gay district. Yeah.
Seeing it all over. Yeah, even in the gay district. What was going on with that, right? So, that's pretty crazy. I mean, once people actually listen to the arguments, right? A lot of people are pretty reasonable. They can determine what is the reasonable position to jump on and what is not, right? A lot of these people, it seems as though you're more of just tackling their religion instead of the actual argument that's here. If you look at some of these signs, it's Parents United Against Fascism. I'm curious what this position has to do with fascism.
This is just what they always say. They always resort to the emotional arguments. They can't have a conversation about the actual subject matter. So they just say bigot, racist, fascist.
Yeah.
This is classic leftism. That's all they got.
Oh, by the way, we had a conversation with the head of the PPC?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Maxime Bernier, great guy.
He was really great. We were talking to him over there. He was awesome.
He's a solid conservative.
Yeah.
He's a truth teller. He's common sense. Unfortunately, they don't have the numbers to win seats right now. But when a conservative party ceases to push conservative ideals, which is what's happening in Canada, there has to be a response to that. There has to be a real conservative party holding them accountable.
Yeah. It's really interesting. He should go on Timcast, actually. That's where he should go. People would like him.
Yeah, he should. He's recently been on Tucker Carlson and Patrick Bet-David.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And Alex Jones a couple times,
we
too.
We got to hit up Lisa for that. Anyways, all right. There's probably other people that want to talk to you.
All right.
I'm going to keep going.
Thanks, brother.
I'll catch you.
Just want to come say hi.
Hey, man, how's it
Nathan. I'm Max's executive director.
Hey, awesome.
So if you want
Nathan,
to do something, just...
Look at the timing of that. Well, thanks, Nathan. I appreciate you, man. Thanks
You're
for
from
being
the
out
States,
here.
or?
I'm from the States, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so visiting Ottawa.
Excellent.
Having a good time, man. Having a good time.
Yeah, come on over.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys having me.
Thank you.
All righty. Dude, I'm so hot right now. It was so cold this morning. It's like kind of raining and stuff. And now I'm just wearing a hoodie and I'm like sweating. All right, let's get some. Should we go down the street to maybe find some counter protesters maybe that are walking away that want to talk?
Have you been across the street to try to talk to any of them?
I tried, but the officers got pissed and I don't feel like getting kicked out of here.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
still haven't made it across?
No, you want to walk over there with me? No,
We can try. I'm up for it.
We can try
Hi,
again.
how are you?
They're gonna get really upset, but we can try again.
I know. I never know how to dress. I'm either too cold, too hot.
I know, it's all over the place. The weather's crazy here. Maybe I was thinking about just like going down the street or something, across the street, and waiting for people to leave, and then trying to see why they showed up to counter protest. Do you want to join us on that? Sure. Let's go. Let's cruise over here. Got like cotton mouth. Hold on, I need my water. We still streaming? Everything looking good? Alrighty. You guys, we have a few videos that we're filming here in Ottawa.
I got a camera going too.
I'm in front of your camera.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So you guys, we're streaming right now.
Okay.
We're also filming a video as well. That's probably why, if anyone's wondering why I'm not looking at that, I'm looking at the camera right there. But you guys, we're working on a few videos out here. And I wanted to stream this just to show you the turnout. For Billboard Chris, children cannot consent to puberty blockers. Still struggling to get some counter-protesters being interviewed, but whatever. We're going to cross the street over there, yeah. Alrighty, let's go. You guys, look at all the law enforcement that's present. This isn't even all of them. There's a bunch over there, too, hanging out, making sure they're keeping the peace. Hey, man, appreciate you. Thanks. We got a bunch of base Canadians here. Channel enjoyers. We love them. The best. All right. That is very loud. Okay, so the question is, can we find counter-protesters that are just walking away or something, huh? We're on a secret mission, you guys. Don't tell anyone we're doing this. All righty. We got Rebel over here too. For the Rebel News enjoyers, we have Rebel News over here as well.
I appreciate the shillelagh. That's cool.
Who's in white?
Don't ignore me. I'm trying to give you a compliment on your shillelagh.
What exactly is that she's talking about? All right. How you doing?
No idea.
Absolutely no idea. So we'll hang out.
Okay.
If anyone's leaving, maybe we could try to get some quick interviews and whatnot. But they don't seem.
Is that
What-
Shillelagh because you have
What we should have done is started the stream over on their side.
if you do, you should know what a person feels like.
Anyways.
Okay, so we can't
How's-
just walk down the street, cross. Have
No.
you tried it?
Yeah, I did. And it wasn't just like a, hey, you should go. It was like 6 police officers showing up and not pleased with it. So, I'm not from here. I don't really feel like pissing off law enforcement, but we'll figure something out. How's the day going so far?
It's going well. There's
Say hi. At least acknowledge me.
Who's on over here, Colin? There you go.
With them
You
in
can
the
show
back.
everyone what's going on.
yes, it's going as well as can be
Oh, well,
expected.
you're boring.
I'm a little bit disappointed that
Still
the police
though,
won't let you over there
absolutely.
though, because I don't really understand why
Please take the compliment.
that would be.
They were telling me they don't want to escalate things, even though I don't see that happening. Even everyone seems kind of to have lost a bit of energy too. you
Right.
know? If you're protesting for a couple hours, it gets a little bit tiring.
Yeah, I don't know where they find the energy to chant for so long. I really don't. It's
It's-
exhausting just listening to them.
Yeah, it's actually kind of impressive, isn't it? Yeah, I think they train. They probably train. Hours in the morning, they go into their bathroom or something and just start screaming. But anyways, I don't know.
I don't know. You think if we ask the police to let you over there?
You can try it.
Yeah.
You want to try and ask them?
Let's see.
All right, let's do it. Hey, can we get a couple that can walk us over? How about that?
Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
So this is my friend James. He's a filmmaker from the US. A totally
YouTuber.
Neutral, he's a neutral observer. Is it possible that we could get a couple of you to accompany us over there so we can see if we can talk to some on the other side?
We're not supporting anybody either side at
Yeah.
all.
So is it?
Am I able to go over there though? Is that an
We can
issue?
go over there, but we're just here to keep the peace.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not.
Well, as long as I,
Neutral.
of course. No, and you guys are
So
doing
by
a
all
great job
means,
keeping
you
everyone
can-
safe.
You can do that.
Okay, well, different group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Would you look at that? That was not the reaction we got earlier.
Let's see what happens
Let
when
me
we go
check
over there.
the camera really quick, you guys. One sec. Yeah, we're looking good. Cool. All right, let's cruise over. It's not gonna.
I'm not sure. Am I going to help or hinder though? Because I'm not very well liked around these parts.
Oh, okay.
Should
I can go solo, and we can try to work it out. I mean, you can. It doesn't. Whatever. It's not going to work out for me regardless.
Totally up for go. No, they're not going to talk to you. So,
No, of course
so
not.
shall we go?
It's
Let's
not
go.
going to work out. We're like building it up. Here, we'll walk over here. Just going to be. So, anyways, good turnout today. We're we're streaming live on YouTube right now, and yeah, I don't know how eventful it actually is because I haven't been talking to any counter protesters.
Oh, here we go.
But we are trying to, get some of that stuff going. There you go. So we have an observer already that's walking over.
Oh, we do? Okay.
I'm betting on this, okay? We cruise over there. Let's actually cut straight through that way. I'm betting police officers swarm and then nothing works out.
Okay, well.
So we'll try it out. We'll try to get some interviews.
Who should we choose to talk
Hello? It's not working out. Okay. How you guys doing?
Excuse me, but you're not allowed in this area.
to? Oh, we asked the police. They told us we could come over because we just want to ask some questions. That's
Well,
all.
I'm
You
being.
did not ask the police. They did not tell you that. And you...
We're being surrounded, but that's okay. We'll keep going. All right, guys. Hey.
Get out of here.
We're going. We're going. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. All right. All right, this isn't working. Go ahead and film. Okay. All right. So that didn't work out. That didn't work out. That didn't work out. Hey, hold on. We'll cross the street in a sec.
Back across the street. Leave our schools alone.
That That didn't work out at all. Guys, I'm not sure that I've met a group that is that anti-talking. I mean, you really can't talk. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Who are we missing? Where? Okay, somebody got arrested, I guess. Colin, you okay? I saw you getting, you see they tried to grab the mic? All right, so we got somebody arrested over here. Huh. Probably one of the people that was getting aggressive over there. You guys, what's crazy about that is we literally walked through. We didn't even talk to anybody, and the entire situation exploded. I don't know. Did you see them trying to grab the mic?
I couldn't see anything. They had flags in my face.
Yeah. No, okay, we got a second arrest over there. We got Rebel News right here. Well, you guys, pretty crazy. Yeah, all of this exploded because we walked through. Just that was it. That was it. Did we even get a chance to say anything to anybody? My man, tell me about what's going on here.
No, go fuck off. You're
Okay.
a fascist piece of shit. Go away.
I am absolutely not.
You are.
I'm from the United States. We don't have fascists there. Are these your friends that are being arrested?
Sorry.
I'm not coming after you. That is not what I was doing.
That's a good idea. I had her.
Well, you see, I was just telling them, did you say anything to anybody?
No, I didn't say a word.
So we walked through, and that situation exploded. And I mean, like, exploded. And all we did was walk through. How you doing, miss? You having a good day? There are people being arrested, being carried away. We have the activists that are not happy. So, pretty wild stuff. I don't really know where to go. I think we're fine right here, you guys. I don't know how they do things here in Canada. I guess we'll follow the other media, shall we? All right, so people are upset about the couple being arrested. Probably a part of some assaults was, did you see anybody getting assaulted? I mean, they were grabbing my stuff, but I don't think anybody hit me. At least I don't remember.
I didn't see anyone. I was too busy getting myself out of the way. We were suddenly surrounded by rainbow flags and...
It got a little hairy.
Masks, yeah.
It got a little hairy right there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But I don't know why someone's being arrested.
Well, one thing's for sure, we all know that the cameraman never dies, so he's good to go.
Okay.
Did they... Yeah, they didn't touch anything, huh?
No, dude.
All right, wow. Good job. I don't know how you got out of there.
Elbows up.
Okay, all right. Anyways, you guys, check this out. So we'll give the officers some space, but we want to get this on camera. Crew's up here. So a couple arrests being made, a couple trans activists right there. I guess not trying to... There's other people with cameras. I don't know why she's doing that, but interesting enough. Should we'll cruise back maybe?
I think the arrest is because this person pushed you. It's for physical assault.
I think I got pushed. I mean, honestly, I don't remember. It literally... I've said this 10 times, but the situation exploded. I couldn't even see straight, James just walking through, all right. So that's a metal pipe attached to that. Sometimes you got to watch out for those, you guys. When people have flags, they'll use that. They'll get like a pipe that's actually kind of heavy, so they'll kind of pretend it's a flag, and they'll actually whack you with it. She seems, I guess, fine, but you do have to watch out for those when you're at these demonstrations. Ready to go back?
I'm ready.
Great. Anyways, I don't know what we captured on video. I think the audience maybe just didn't see anything at all. But yeah, you guys, we tried, instead of like walking in front of everybody, we tried just walking through, but behind everybody. and it obviously didn't work. Yeah.
It was never going to work, to be honest, but I didn't think that was going to happen.
I thought we'd get through, get booed a little bit, and you know, walk out or something.
Right.
Instead it was, oh, you can't leave, and good luck. Whatever. All right. Good stuff. Okay, so, oh, interesting. It's broken up a bit. Who are they arresting? Hey, he was saying they're the ones that came up. It's like, man, I don't think we could have been less.
They told us we weren't allowed to be there. Public property.
Right. I don't think we could have been more mellow walking through that.
I'm 5 foot nothing.
Oh, crazy stuff. Hey, you guys. What are your thoughts about today? How's it going?
I don't do interviews, sorry.
You don't. No worries at all. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself.
Are you going to have like assault charges against the?
Do you mind if we? Were you involved over there? Or?
No.
Okay. We're working on a video. Do you mind if we do a quick interview?
I work at a school.
You do? Okay. All right. My man, how's the day going today?
It's going good. It's going great.
What are your thoughts? Tell me.
It's getting a little crazy. I saw a couple people in full black doing some stuff they weren't supposed to do.
No, that's never good.
No, it's not. Did you end up seeing me? I saw you over there, weren't you?
Yeah, but we have teleportation capabilities. So.
That'll do it.
Back over here.
Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, we're trying. We actually cruised over there trying to find at least somebody to get some comments from. That did not work at all, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I could see that.
What are your thoughts about the demonstration, though? I mean, are you pretty satisfied with the turnout? Could it have been bigger? What do you think?
I think it could have been bigger on Billboard Chris's side. There wasn't a lot of advertisement on Billboard Chris's side, but I think the turnout's still pretty good.
Pretty good.
He's had a lot of conversations with people.
With not advertising too much, pretty decent.
Yes, I'd say so, definitely.
I think their side, the opposition has certainly shrunk, but there was a decent crowd for that as well. Are these people all local, do you think? Or are they from around town?
I think most of them are probably local. Well, actually, I heard one of them saying that the school is actually one of the ones that talked to them to get some of them down here. That's what one of them said. Don't take that from me.
Wait, you overheard somebody saying that?
Yeah, it was one of the ladies on the microphone, actually. She went and said that the school's the one that called us down here. That's all she said. Not sure if that's true or any credibility behind it, but...
Well, camera, look over here really quick. There is a Progress Pride flag, an activist flag on the school, so that seems pretty believable, actually.
Kind of believable. Adds up, I think.
Thanks for your time, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good. It was really nice to meet you too.
Yeah, you as well.
You as well.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Cameraman. Thank you.
So I don't go after your crazy ass. All you
You guys, at the end of the protests, you get a lot of chirping and whatnot between the parties, you know. So it's always interesting to see how it ends. I will say the police seem to have done a really good job. Even that, they're on top of that right away. Which, I mean, they're everywhere, so I guess I'm not that surprised by it. But they have done a good job.
No, they've done a great job.
Are they usually doing a pretty good job in Canada or in Ottawa, or is with protests? Are you familiar at all, or no?
Well, more so now. You see, Chris was here. The reason we're here is because Chris was here in 2021,
right?
And he got mobbed. He was here with just 2 other people, and he got completely mobbed, swarmed, and his signs were destroyed. And the police did very little then.
Right.
But
that's why I was asking that question. I mean, sometimes it just seems like there's absolutely, even if there is police presence, there's absolutely zero protection. So you think maybe this is okay, we're not going to repeat that? An overreaction from the police? I mean, there's tons of them around, too.
I think it's possible, that they didn't want to repeat, but they also, I think they understand more that it's not a simple fact of bigots versus the good guys. I think they're more understanding of the fact that there's 2 sides to this, and perhaps the other side are the ones that need to be watched rather than we are the ones who are causing all the trouble.
Well, I mean, I know you're a part of this side, but do you think it's more likely that they would get violent if people went over there versus the other way around. Do you think people in this crowd would be upset if a couple of those activists walked into this other group, or no?
I think it's completely impossible. Can you imagine if somebody walked over to the other side to have a conversation? That's what we all want. We want to have a conversation. It only goes one way. When we go over towards them, they can't talk to us, and I understand that because their ideology is incoherent and indefensible. And they also have been somewhat indoctrinated to believe that we are evil people.
I'm seeing the word fascist everywhere.
We're also fascists.
We have that in the States. I'm seeing a lot of that in the States too when it comes to activists using that language. I think it's just become universal at this point, you know what I mean? Like everything I don't like is Hitler, essentially.
Basically, yes. So, but I don't know, I mean, the response that we got then, I've not had that happen before. I have gone into last time I came here, I went into the crowd, and I did have the flags shoved in my face and stuff, but nothing like that. Nothing, I wasn't swarmed.
I mean, I've experienced that before, but that was pretty explosive.
Yeah.
Coming from Canadians too. Oh my gosh, you guys. Crazy. We expected so much, it to be so much more mellow than that. Anyways. All right. Back to our crew, I guess.
Can I have you guys for a sec for just asking you what happened just right there?
Yes. You mind if we're recording as well? We're live
yeah,
right now.
fine.
Is that fine? Great.
I don't mind.
All
It's
righty.
just my English is...
Oh, just leave it live. You don't need to record.
So we just witnessed you got swarmed the other side, and I just want to know your side of the story of what happened because we saw 2 people being arrested.
Oh, to be totally honest with you, I mean, I don't know about you, but they kind of swarmed us with flags. I couldn't really see what was going on. I probably got pushed a couple times. So if you're looking for like, hey, what happened? Genuinely, I don't really know because I'll tell you what we were trying to do. But they had flags and they surrounded all of us. Instead of like having us go out and exit, it was no, stay here. We're going to circle you. And then there was just chaos that all erupted around. So for me personally, I was just trying to make sure the camera guy was good and I guess trying to find an out.
What was your goal?
Oh yeah, I was going to tell you that. So essentially, I got a mic here, so we're trying to do some interviews. I've been talking to people on the Billboard Chris side all day, trying to get a couple interviews, even if not interviews, just a couple quick words from people. I'm not going to be starting fights or anything. We keep it peaceful. We keep it respectful. Also, there's no point in me going over there being a jerk and getting in a fight, right? There's 100 people over there that want me, and I'm with a woman. So so we kept it respectful. Now, I wasn't going to go in front, and she was with me. We were walking together. We weren't going to go in front of everybody because that's too traumatic.
What I saw, James had already tried to go over there before, and the police stopped him. So I actually went and asked the police if it was okay if we went over just in a neutral filmmaking kind of capacity to ask some questions and see why they're all here today. And they gave us permission. We went over there and then exactly that. We just went around the back. I was looking for the type of person who was maybe looked approachable, and to be honest, not one of them did. And then all of a sudden we were just swarmed by rainbow flags and
I don't think we
people
got a
wearing
word out.
masks. No, we didn't say a word. We didn't get...
Not the chance to do it?
No chance to talk to them
We
whatsoever.
might have said hi to somebody.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the behavior of the other side so far?
Oh, well, I think that was absolutely appalling. I've been at many of these protests, and there's always the chanting, and there's always the wild accusations that we're fascists and transphobes and all the rest, which is absurd. But I've never seen that sort of
I'll be right back.
instant.
How you guys doing?
Good. I know you guys were in the crowd there in that commotion.
Yeah, passing behind it.
Okay, so there was obviously some people arrested. Do you want to pursue with charges?
No.
No? Okay. Do you?
Yes?
Yes, dude.
I don't even know what happened. What were they arrested for?
What are they arrested for?
Well, apparently it's with you and you. You guys were in the crowd getting chased, flags.
With me,
physically
they were
assaulted?
surrounding me, but with flags. I don't know if I got hit though. Like I genuinely don't know.
So you're the only victim? No? Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you ever change your mind, you can. Okay? That's not an issue. Okay? But you don't want to proceed with this at all? Okay.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, for me, I don't think I got hit. Maybe I got shoved or something, but I'm not going to take the rest of my day filing a report on somebody that I don't live in the country of. Yeah.
I mean, like these
Sorry
people are
if that's
always
the
like
wrong
this.
move. I don't know. I didn't know who it was for. They were saying he was, because he was definitely they were grabbing onto my stuff, but
Well, that's assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not right.
No, of course it's not right.
Like I'm not gonna I'm not saying it's a bad decision.
No,
I'm just saying,
I think there's probably a lot of people that are watching this that definitely disagree with me not going after that. The only thing is, what? I don't know the process over here. I don't know how long that's going to take. What, am I going to be gone for like the rest of the day?
No, it's a report. It's a report type thing, and you're done. Like
Well,
you
maybe
tell
we can
them,
change our mind.
You tell them.
So if there's no charges, they'll let them go.
Yeah.
Eventually, because there has to be a victim. To
Okay,
press
okay.
Charges.
Well,
Yeah, and that's why they were asking you if you would
off.
I'm not trying to pressure you or anything.
No. You're totally fine. You're making a lot of great points. Off camera, we'll see what direction we're going with that. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't live in Canada. Would I have to be around here for something?
Well, I mean, you're the victim.
Camera guy's saying pain in the butt. If they broke my stuff, I would probably be a little bit more.
Of course, that's fair.
Upset. I think they tried. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? They're probably all talking crap. What does the chat think? Let us know.
One of the guys came up to me and he was like,
"You're live, by the way."
No, it's all good. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna be a virgin, single for life, blah blah blah." I'm like, that's not even part of the conversation. Like, like what? They act like children. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're obviously incredibly upset. That's why they're like attacking people for going over there.
Yeah.
That's just standard arguments, right? Don't argue what we're actually talking about. Go after the person, insult them, do everything you can, intimidate them, right? Make them afraid to show their face out in public. Make them afraid to protest like this. This is what's so brave about a lot of these people showing up and actually protesting is a lot of these people here are aware of how violent these people can get.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's definitely lucky that we didn't get actually physically hurt and attacked.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Crazy.
Like,
all right. You mind if I check your phone?
You remember that whole punch a Nazi thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like it was a trend, punch a Nazi. Like, this is the kind of things that come from that kind of language.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Especially when you label people you don't agree with Nazis, like.
Yeah. I mean, it really only goes in one direction. You start normalizing and glorifying that behavior. That's how they're going to act when they see something that they disagree with politically. And it's like, dude, an actual Nazi, like these are literally parents and grandmas showing up that are saying, hey, don't sterilize children, But hey, if you're indoctrinated enough, that becomes a reality. That grandma now becomes a Nazi.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter her life. Doesn't matter if her kids are like super important to her life and her political belief. She could be the most left-wing person believable, but if she's here, she's a Nazi.
All right, let's keep going. How are we looking over here, you guys?
Goodness. I'm showing like when I got attacked by them.
Oh, there you go. By the way, look, nice microphone right there. See that? She has the extension pack.
Yeah, but this does not survive long.
That's pretty serious. That's a serious rig right there. We're gonna go cruise back over there, yeah? All right, let's do it.
That's cool.
How we doing?
Want to cut it, please?
Wait.
I've been assaulted. I've had my phone number in my hand. No charges ever fucking. I'm getting yelling. These are all pieces of shit. You're not fucking worth it. You're a waste of fucking skin.
Excuse me, miss. What are you upset about?
I got assaulted and they're doing nothing.
Okay. Well, sorry to hear it. There were a few people arrested.
No. Yeah, but the one assaulted me was arrested, and that's all I care about.
Understandable. I love how we walked out of there seeing arrests and we had no clue that was... I mean, we knew it was like, yeah, they were reacting to us, but we didn't know if it was about us, All right. All righty. Bit of craziness going on, huh? Well, you guys.
Not helping. I gotta say, you're not helping.
Is she on? Which side is she on? That's not a good look. Gotta get that under control. All right, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up the stream here in a bit. What did he say?
I thought you had my back.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yes.
Camera guy survived. That's all that matters. All right, you guys. How we doing, everybody? How's today going? Good? Good? Right on. Mr. Chris.
James.
Hey.
What happened?
I got in trouble.
Come on.
All right. Well, Chris, they weren't, dude, I said, I don't even think I said hi to anybody. They just exploded. We went over there. We both walked through.
You were there?
Yeah, well,
okay,
it was a secret mission. We had a secret mission. Right.
Okay, so
right.
hold on. Let me start this.
It was her idea. No.
Okay, so everyone, Billboard Chris here. We're at the protest in Ottawa. This is my buddy James Klug. This is the great Mia Hughes, the author of the WPATH Files. James, you just got assaulted.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it was so. I just said this in another interview. You know, we walk through. Everyone surrounds us with flags. They're trying to grab my microphone out of my hand.
You walked over there.
Yeah, we walked around back trying to find at least a couple people for just some comments or anything, because I haven't talked to a single person all day. So
I
we're
saw
like,
all
okay,
the black
anything.
bloc run towards you.
Sprinting. So they all surrounded us. I basically couldn't see anything. I could see the camera guy. I wanted to make sure they weren't going to grab our gear. So I was just trying to make sure I saw him. And then at a certain point, we're looking for a way out because they've circled us and trapped us in their side. So they're not allowing us a way out. Now we're like, okay, what do we do?
Did you get thrown to the ground?
No.
Oh,
I don't even know if they tried. I heard
someone hit the ground.
Okay. When I say it exploded,
One of the others.
Two of the protesters.
when I when I say it exploded, it exploded. Yeah. So I don't know what was going on.
The loving left, everybody. Yeah, we've got a decent contingent of Black Bloc Antifa here today. But honestly, their crowd is smaller than normal.
It was bigger than this earlier, but it still wasn't overwhelming, right? It was pretty good turnout here. Maybe
I think we had more.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
a bit more. And it's interesting how under control everything was. Like, I will say, the police did a pretty darn good job at making sure that the situation's not escalating.
Phenomenal.
And that's not even what we were trying to do over there, right? If you haven't talked to any counter-protesters all day, look, I'm going to get in there, I'm going to do my job, I'm going to try to talk to counter-protesters, right? We were trying to be low-key. We tried to sneak around the...
Did they say anything to you?
No, nothing.
Oh.
But the funny thing is, I asked permission. I went over and asked the police if we could have permission to go over there and ask some questions, and the police gave us permission. And
were they with you, or they just left you?
No, they said they couldn't come with us, and we thought we were being really clever, going in around the back, looking for somebody who might wish to talk to us.
We were simply trying to be low-key. That's what we were trying to be.
And this was your idea?
That was my idea.
You're such a troublemaker, Mia.
I know.
I didn't think it was going to go like that. I didn't think anyone would talk to us. I thought it would be kind of pointless, but I didn't think that was going to happen.
I thought it was going to fail. I didn't think it was going to explode.
Right.
So, once again, they do exactly what we want.
Well,
they just gave you a great...
Well, this is what's so interesting. We were talking about this, right? It's like you have people that are so fearful of a conversation that me and a woman walk over there, casually walking over. Until we have a camera.
You don't have signs or anything.
But we don't have right. She has her tea.
She's English. She drinks tea.
We don't have signs or anything, and the response is literal violence. It's so extreme that I couldn't even see what was going on around us. There was people battling, officers taking people down, I'm trying to get out of there and survive and watching myself so I don't get hit in the face anywhere.
Well, it's going to be good video.
The officers did say, do you want to press charges?